Good evening and welcome to The Change. Today's focus is on food shortages, which have been caused by Brexit. This has been affecting people's life due to the massive demand for essential food products and the decreasing supply combined with panic shoppers. People need the government now more than ever, as we do not know what we should do in this situation when facing the unknown. Now let's listen to what the local farmers have to say and what Ben Brushall thinks about what has been done in Parliament concerning the Brexit decision. We are in Exeter, Devon, at the local market where the local farmers come to sell their vegetable, fruit, meat, cheese, eggs and many more products. As a result of Brexit, the prices for fresh fruit and vegetables have increased, which is benefiting small food businesses, but Brexit and the pandemic have made their job harder, as some ingredients and sources are harder to be found. We asked the local farmers how Brexit affected their businesses and if their businesses was benefited or not.
It's hard to quantify exactly how it's affected the business, what with the other things that have been going on with at the same time as Brexit, but it has made it harder to get hold of some ingredients. So there are some types of flour and some other things like dried apple that I've found extremely hard to get hold of this year, and I've never struggled before. In terms of generally how it's affected the business, I think in this case business has been affected more by the health pandemic. But Brexit is definitely playing a part.
To keep supplying the local community with vegetables regardless of what's been going on with Brexit. Yeah. So in some ways perhaps it's benefited it. Maybe we have some more customers than we might have done before, but that's definitely also been linked to the pandemic. We've certainly had a lot more customers since that started, people that haven't been able to go to the shops have wanted to come and buy things locally. So it's hard to say which has been Brexit, which has been the pandemic. But we are selling more now than we were a couple of years ago.
We interviewed Ben Brushall, the MP of Exeter, who supports Labour Party and is described as an alliance for the Social Democrats. We asked him about what has happened and what has been put forward to help with the growing food concerns, as well as what actions the government haven't put in place concerning Brexit.
The government has rather stupidly, in my view, not included agricultural and food industry workers in their list of priority professions to grant visas to.
The UK buys large amounts of produce, meat and fish from abroad. Fruit and veg are the most imported products, and the big export values are beverages.
Well, in a number of ways, a lot of exporters have basically just given up exporting to the United Kingdom because it's too expensive, there's too much red tape, and they'd rather focus their sales and their markets elsewhere. As far as our importers are concerned, they have had similar problems in terms of the cost of having to fill out all the customs declaration forms. But I was at Exeter Food Bank as recently as 2 weeks ago, and to thank them for the amazing work they've done through the COVID pandemic, never closing down, keeping their services running and helping, double the numbers of people that they normally help.
16% of British consumers are experiencing a shortage of essential food items. 21% of the population in Britain are unable to find a replacement for these unavailable foods. And 23% of British consumers are experiencing a shortage of non-essential food items.
Thank you for joining us this evening for our daily evening broadcast for 6 to 7. We will be back at the studio at the same time tomorrow with me, Laurenti Giorgio.